conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, pam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Yo, they just empty.
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue, and I'm here for the action.
And none but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How you doing, DJ Brother Z?
It's Friday.
And how y'all doing out there in Radio Land? Truth Nation. Thank you for joining me this Friday, November 15th, 2024. We got another powerful conversation for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your earth, okay? Now look, I've been seeing a lot of things going on social media, and even in my comments, you know, I still got bots from the election. A little bit. They was on my page too. They was on my Instagram. They was on the truth page. I'm talking about the bots. I'm talking about paid people that was, you know, sometimes when you understand now social media plays a huge part in influencing the minds, people will pay people to just troll and so they can be in it, because a lot of y'all read the comments. A lot of y'all enjoy the comments, and which is fine. That's a part of the social media experience. But when the bots and the trolls, the people, the paid ideas are in the comments and things like that, these are people that are being paid. You seen how, you know, Kamala Harris was, you know, paying people, influencers and whoever, to try to sway the minds. But it goes on all the time. And I can tell the difference between a troll. A troll is somebody that just don't like you, no matter what you do. It's a troll, and they, you know, maybe deep down inside they might be jealous of you, and they wish they was you, a troll. But a bot is somebody that has an agenda. They just getting paid to just, you know, make comments to sway other people in the comments a certain way or try to drive the narrative. And now this is the time we living in, DJ Brother Z. The time of the bots and the trolls and the influencers, I guess. I guess they all came in at the same time. And it comes with the game. It comes with the new way moving forward. This is what is going to happen. But I'll say this. I was looking at a conversation the other day. And the man basically said, during the election, he went to both rallies. He went to a Kamala Harris rally, and he went to a Trump rally. And what was interesting, DJ Brother Z, is that he said when he wore the Kamala Harris shirt to the Trump rally, people didn't really yell at him or nothing like that. They were still shaking his hand. They were still cool with him. They was like, hey, even though we don't agree with who you voting for, you know, have a great time at the rally, right? This black dude also went over to the Kamala Harris rally with the Trump and Vance shirt, and he said he got treated like trash. People was yelling at him, saying stuff to him, really like giving it to him, saying that he's a disgrace. And I was like, oh, wow. And what he said was he just wanted to experiment to see what was going on, which is okay, because I should have did that, you know. But what is funny is the people on the left, they claim to be the freedom fighters and for freedom of speech and all of this, but they were the nastiest ones. Everybody is coming to this conclusion that the people on the left, they were what they were accusing the Trump people to be. And they doing it now. Even when I'm on my social media, people who was for Kamala Harris, because I didn't agree with what their opinion was. And they didn't agree with mine. Even with my show. I don't care who you voting for. I just want you to get that energy out into the streets. God bless you. But if you listen to the other side, the Kamala Harris people, they sound nasty and hateful to me. Like they sound like it, like they don't, okay, it's over with. Let's keep moving. If, even online, in the chat, when people speak and I'm not going to talk to these people, I'm not going to do X, Y. No, you did somebody a favor because, no, you really wasn't all that in the first place. Who are you to think that if you stop talking to somebody, their life going to stop? See, this is the conversation that people want to talk about, the nastiness, the rat behavior, the Democrat behavior. That's all I'm saying. And you can tell. You don't need nobody to show you this. You don't need nobody to give you no Martin Luther King speech on this. Just open your eyes and watch and listen. It seems like the people on the left are what they are trying to make you believe that the right is. And a lot of people did that experiment online. A lot of people went around trying to see what was happening in. And so I'm going to tell you right now, listen with your ears. Listen with your ears. And it was a woman, Shauna Gray, that they tried to destroy this woman because she said she was voting for Trump, tried to destroy her business, sent her nasty text messages, trolled her, came out of real nasty, real Democratish. You know what I mean? Evil, aggressive, because she didn't see it the same way they did. I saw the text message. They tried to do it to me, but I don't care. You can't do nothing to me. What you gonna do? Nothing. Zero. But I just want to bring this up to let y'all know as we move forward, keep your ears open and listen for the hatred. Listen to the people that's supposed to be the ones that's fighting for the right side of things. Listen to how they talk. No matter what happens, we all have to try to move forward. Really try to buckle down and get some tangible outcomes, especially if you're black. Especially if you're in the black community. We got so many fires. I ain't got time to argue with you about what you believe or how you feel about nothing. I'm trying to get your two hands to put in some work on something. That's it. I'm outside. DJ Brother Z rolled up on me the other day. DJ Brother, where was I at, DJ Brother Z?
On the bus stop.
I'm out here dealing with people, having to, by any means necessary. You gonna see me outside. If you outside, you gonna see me. That's where I built my empire, was helping the community. So I'm outside. People love to talk. People love to, what they say, huff and puff. We outside. DJ Brother Z rolled right past me. BB. What's up, DJ Brother Z? What's up, Tory? I'm outside. Anybody who out here, I'm on a bus. I'm riding around dealing with situations, human trafficking, violence. We dealing with the people straight up. I've been doing this for 15 years. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't believe all the huffing and the puffing. Don't believe all the huffing and the puffing. I'm talking about what I'm seeing. Y'all can look at the news and all of that and do what y'all want to do, but I'm talking about what I'm seeing with my own eyes. Get outside. Get in the neighborhoods. You're going to see the truth. Get outside. Get in the neighborhoods and you're going to see the truth. That's it. Nobody don't have to tell you what's going on when you can actually see. I'm looking at it. I'm seeing it with my own eyes. Y'all love when people tell y'all stories and y'all regurgitate the story. Go and look. Open up your ears, okay? This is easy. This is easy. And the people that want to keep you in a space of fear-mongering, that want to keep you in a space of, I don't even want to go outside. I'm scared. They the ones that's in your back pocket. They the ones that's causing the community the trauma. Because they don't want you to see them, so they're going to make you look over there. But while you're looking over there, They didn't pick your pockets. They didn't raise the taxes. They're allowing their buddies to run things so you can't properly get the benefits from people who know exactly what to do. Understand what I'm saying? Understand what I'm saying? Because regardless of how you feel, the local ideas is where we need to focus our attention on, because these are the people, no matter who in the president position, that's controlling where the money going. So we can have 5 presidents, different presidents, and ain't nothing gonna change on the streets, because if the people, it's the same people stealing the money or mismanaging the money, you ain't gonna see no difference anyway. Look, when we come back, it's something that I want to talk about. It's something that I really want to discuss, because it's something that I deal with all the time. As domestic violence, I'm seeing statistics that's saying that black women are 20 times likely than white women to be abused. I want to talk about that when we get back. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's Dr. Ken Harris, and you can watch me now live on YouTube every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m., and you can watch the best radio show in Wisconsin by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Watch me explore the issues which are shaping our community while also having fun discussions, pop culture, current events, all kind of stuff going on right here on YouTube right now by subscribing to 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Tap into Milwaukee's most entertaining morning show.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. Let me just quit trying to be politically correct. That looks like an inside job. That looks like somebody who's been there before.
That's what I was going to say.
That looks like some people that know him.
Yeah, because out of all the homes, I'm sure Bobby doesn't live somewhere where his house is the only nice house on the block.
Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Sybaris Pool Suites. Romantic, luxurious, affordable. A place where romance touches paradise and the memories of a lifetime are made. Sybaris offers a variety of room styles, including the exquisite Chalet Suite, which spans 3 levels and features your own private swimming pool with cascading waterfall, soothing whirlpool tub, a cozy fireplace, and much more to make your stay unforgettable. They are located in Mequon, just north of Milwaukee. Take a virtual tour at Sybaris.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Will you wait for me? Will you still be there if I take a wrong turn? Just love yourself. These are lessons that were hard earned. And I heard him say, nothing's ever promised tomorrow today. Yeah. And I heard him say, hey. I heard him say, nothing's ever promised tomorrow today. And all you gotta do is fly away and hope tomorrow's a brighter day. Y'all don't understand how crazy it get.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. I'm gonna tell you right now, Truth Nation, we had a long year. We gotta really lock down on this domestic violence thing that's going on. I'm seeing statistics that's saying that black women in Milwaukee are like 20 times more likely to be domestically abused. And I started looking around to see, okay, is there anything else that I can see? Because I deal with a lot of it, and now the numbers are starting to come in. You know, Wisconsin Examiner says a report finds that 85 domestic violence deaths in Wisconsin in 2023. 85 domestic violence deaths in Wisconsin in 2023. And when it comes to domestic violence and abuse, many times I have to go in and move people out. I didn't move people out of state with their kids. I can't even say all the stuff. I need a podcast where I don't have to worry about the FCC rules to tell you a lot of this. But, and maybe for some other purposes, I shouldn't even be saying how we did it. Because when you go into these tough situations, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I have worked for many, many years. And usually when a woman is ready to move around, that's when it get the most dangerous. And that's when I usually get the call that, hey, Tory, I need help. I'm trying to leave this situation, but I'm afraid. And so I say, okay, I start coming up with a plan. Every situation is different, but I'm going to tell you right now, I had to put people on the bus. I had to find family members out of town that would take them in and talk to them, you know, to make sure that I can convince them that this is the right thing to do, is to accept their loved one right now during this time until they can get their footing. And I had to put people on the Greyhound. You know, I don't have no big organization, you know, I did it out of my pocket. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, these things, when I hear stuff like this, when these statistics start coming in, I think that we need to talk about it. Black women being domestically abused or victims of violence more than their counterparts. Okay, so what we gonna do about it? What we gonna do about it as a whole? Even right now, there may be somebody listening that's involved in a domestic violence situation. How are we going to turn this around? Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to take love to move us ahead. And all of this fighting against each other and division, it's the biggest problem when we talk about community. The word community got the word unity in it. The word neighborhood got the word neighbor in it. Like, we're supposed to be working together. And when you fight against each other, when you work to cause separation between the brothers and sisters, I'm talking about really going around doing things to really cause a divide. And I'm not talking about no political stuff, because that is entertainment. The political ideas are not really real like that. I know y'all want to, it's all WWE to me. It is, because it's a storyline. It's a storyline to me. Hold on, wait a minute. DJ Brothers, he got the belts. Hold on, I'm going to have some belts on. DJ Brother Z, that's my DJ. That's my DJ. He always, you know, he was he back when I first met him, he was outside in the protest. That's why we get along. Because he going to stand on what he believe in. I'll say this. I'm challenging everybody going into 2025 to do everything you can to uplift the woman, the black woman in your community, to uplift her. And to talk, to change the narrative when it comes to domestic violence and the way we look at each other. And I'm challenging the women to do the same with the men. All that arguing and division and divisiveness and mistrust ideas going on, let's see if we can get around some of these things or make an effort to say, hey, look, I'm going to be more of a support, more of an encourager, affirmations. Let's practice these things, because a lot of times we weren't taught how to be supportive. A lot of times we weren't taught about affirmations. What is an affirmation? A positive word, a positive saying, affirmations. But we sure know how to cut down when it's time. If you try me, I'm the worst one. We got that attitude. I'm the right one, because I know how to, do all the low end. I know how to do the low vibrational. I'm good at that. I hear people bragging on it all the time. Yeah. My mouth raggedy. I got that low end for you. But let's switch this narrative in 2025. Let's all make that commitment to say, I'm going to be more appreciative of what we have. I'm going to be more a part of the solution than a part of the problem. And I'm not going to put my hands on this woman. I'm not going to put my hands on this man, women. Keep our hands to ourselves. If we can't work together, hey, we can move on. Hey, maybe it's somebody else out there that you can work with. This ain't working. But let's watch the domestic abuse and the violence, because it's more to domestic abuse than it is. It's more levels to it than physical. It's verbal. It's the way your actions are. It's a lot of things that can create a negative environment. You ain't always got to put your hands on somebody to abuse them. Verbal abuse is just as bad as the physical abuse. And some of y'all know y'all waiting to unleash that tongue. DJ Brothers, have you ever heard somebody say, I wish somebody would say something to me. They back in the cut, ready. But what about I wish I could meet somebody so I could uplift them? I can't wait to encourage somebody today. They may be about to lose everything they got. But when they run into me, I'm going to encourage them. Don't worry about it. You can get it back. I know you had a bad relationship. I know you had a bad breakup, but it's always something better. You can probably find something better. And if that was the best you could get, then you just blew it. I guess you just blew it. Bruh. Hey, I'm just saying, I don't know. It's multiple ways to do it, but what I'm saying is this is the attitude that we got to have. There's no reason why you should be punching on somebody. There's no reason. There's no reason to actually fight somebody unless you're defending yourself, to me. Unless they're a threat to your life. I deal with a lot of these situations, and I'm going to tell you, Truth Nation, at some point, Truth Nation, we going to have to step in as men and women and say, hey, look, we gotta be better when it comes to dealing with each other. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. And I'm telling you, as an advocate that have to deal with it, that had to go in kicking doors to get these women out of these houses, and even sometimes men have called me and they was punched on by their woman and they didn't do nothing, and they called me or they reached out to me and said, what do the men do when these women is abusing them? And I said, look, brother, you got to go. You got to leave. And they said, well, okay, I got kids. And then that's when we start working through the ways. That's when we start working through the tunnels and the structure on how to go to court, how to get your custody and all of this stuff like that, if that's what got to happen. Or if y'all can work together, maybe y'all can be good co-parents and then, work together separately, but work together for the kids as co-parents. It's ways, if you're really looking for the ways. Understand what I'm saying, Truth Nation. That domestic violence was no joke in the last couple years. Let's see if we can put a dent in it, all right? Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have the Pop Culture Report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Saving energy and money is easier than you think. Here are 2 simple things you can do to reduce your energy use and lower your energy bill. Use thermal curtains to reduce each room's energy loss by up to 25%, and make sure vents aren't blocked by furniture or rugs to improve airflow and comfort. Simple, smart savings. Get more energy-saving tips at WeEnergies.com.
Are you an African American or Hispanic adult with elevated A1C and currently treating your type 2 diabetes? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016, and ask Delicia about Enrich.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Sneim. Green Bay Packers are just a few days away from their road matchup in Chicago to take on the Bears fresh off their bye week. The Bears will have a new offensive coordinator this week as Shane Waldron was fired. Matt LaFleur discussing some of the challenges that lie ahead of his team facing a new coordinator.
I'm sure there's going to be some unscouted looks, but that could be every week, especially when you're going into a division rivalry game. So you just kind of got to go off what they've shown on tape and really trust your rules.
Packers-Bears set for a kickoff at noon on Sunday afternoon. Over to college hoops, where the Wisconsin Badgers will welcome in the 9th-ranked Arizona Wildcats to Madison tonight. Both teams undefeated. Tip time set for 8 p.m. And staying with college hoops, 15th-ranked Marquette will be on the road in Maryland tonight. Tip-off for that game is set for 7. Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If you know me, know this ain't my first way. Certified everywhere, ain't got a print a resume. Take off, talk crazy, I pull up underlay. RP to Nate, dog, I had to regulate.
Wait, turn that beat down.
My rich nigga stand to the right. Lil' mama, she keep looking at me. I'ma knock the bombers out like white night. Hit it with a
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Tory Lowe, Double J, out on assignment. I guess this is the big fight coming up. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. DJ Brother Z, are you interested?
I am. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be watching it because, you know, your boy going to be at WWE tonight.
What?
So.
Hold on.
What?
Well, who in town with the WWE?
SmackDown.
Right, SmackDown, but what's the featured wrestlers coming through?
Theoretically, just the people that are on the SmackDown brand.
Right,
so
right.
You got, like, LA Knight. He was here at the Bucks game the other day. You'll have Cody Rhodes probably show up. Hopefully, the original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns is in the building. No, he will be in the building.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Reigns? He back? He came back?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got to work his way back up to the top.
Right. Well, look.
And they said The Rock may be here. I don't know, though. So
oh, wow.
I got to look at his social media, see if he's in the country.
Look, if y'all watching live, DJ Brother Z got the belts. Bring me one of the belts. Bring me the one I can, because he got two of them. I'm telling you, he got the belts in here. But Mike Tyson is fighting Jake Paul. Is that tonight, right? That's tonight on Netflix. And I want to know. I want to take a few calls. Who you got winning the fight tonight? Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. What do you even think about Mike Tyson? Is he too old to fight? Is Jake Paul just, he about to get a bag? I seen where Mike Tyson is set to make $20 million and Jake is scheduled to make 40. I don't know if that's accurate. Oh, my goodness. Look, if y'all watching live, hey, how you doing, brother? God bless you. Hey, look, let me tell you, if y'all watching live, as we broadcast live on YouTube, I got the heavyweight title. And I'll tell you this. I think Mike Tyson got some power. I'm going with Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson got the power, and he may not be fast like he used to, because Mike Tyson used to be ducking, moving around. He knocked a lot of people out early. I think Mike Tyson gonna take this one if he can land the shot. You got to realize Mike Tyson's a professional fighter. Mike Tyson is a professional fighter, and Jake Paul is a YouTube fighter. And you know what? I'm going to give Jake Paul and his brother some credit. They took YouTube and took that platform and became on the top of the boxing world, got on top of the boxing world off of YouTube. So you can't tell me you can't find a way around certain systems. Man, DJ Brother Z, this belt is heavy. How much you pay? This the real belt. This the one. This ain't no replica. This ain't no replica right here. If y'all watching this, we broadcast live. I got the heavyweight, the title in my hands right now. WWE in town. WWE is in town. And they got the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. I want to take a few callers. Who do you think gonna win the fight tonight? I only want to talk about the fight. I'm gonna open up the lines at 2 for something else. So if you gonna call in and start going off the subject, hey, it might click. The zap, it might get zapped. But 833-212-1017. Who for the win the Tyson fight? Tyson or Jake Paul? Ken, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
What's going on, brother? Long time no hear from.
Hey, blessings, brother.
Yeah, people keep talking about Tyson being old and him being young. And what people failing to realize is when you have a fighter's spirit, they talk about his health and his equilibrium, and they don't care. Real fighters, bro, don't care about that. They would prefer to die in the ring doing what they love, because once that bell stops, they can't get that feeling no more. It's over. So So, and another thing, this man made a mockery of boxing. He been beating up people that been fighting all their life.
Right.
And he so I believe that Tyson, it's not about the fight. It's not about it's about that fighting spirit, humbling this little boy. That's how I feel, bro.
Well, look, thank you for tapping in. I feel you. I feel you on that. See, let me tell you something. Mike Tyson, that's all he know. That's how he got to where he is in life, is beating people up. Till he got to his older years and started losing toward the end of his career, I still believe Mike Tyson is one of the greatest boxers of all time. In the conversation. You got to be in the conversation. Mike was devastating, but is he going to pull it off tonight? White Widow, you on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Happy Friday, Jake, 5th round, TKO. He's going to focus on Tyson, kidney, body punches, aggravate that ulcer. That's my estimate. Jake, 5th round, TKO. He's going to focus on Tyson's ulcer. There's going to be body and kidney punches. And, yeah, Tyson was a one-punch man, but I don't think he's got it anymore. And, quite frankly, I don't think it's right that he's only getting $20 million and the other guy's getting $40. So you got to look into that. But that's my guesstimate. I'll be watching it. Jake, TKO, 5th round, kidney, body punches, aggravate that ulcer of Tyson's. You guys have a good weekend, and please watch Free State of Jones. Find out where your 40 acres went. Have a good weekend. I love you, Tory, and you take care.
I love you too. Hey, all right, White Widow. Hey, look, Barkina, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Let's get it.
How y'all doing?
How you doing, Corey?
Well, I'm good. I'm blessed and wonderful. Mike Tyson gonna take it. He still got it. He still got it. He's strong. I saw some of the Netflix thing they had on him where they were getting prepared for this fight and all that. Hey, man, he's still gonna be a pit bull. He's still gonna go for it.
Mike Tyson
get in
is
there.
the pit bull.
Yes, he's still be it. That's it. Period. He's born with that. Hey, ain't going nowhere.
Look, I'm going to tell you this. Mike Tyson, people were scared to step in the ring with Mike Tyson in his prime. I think that this Jake Paul, he didn't go through the boxing system. He went through the YouTube. So what I'm saying is Mike Tyson, just his natural reflexes, of his knowledge of boxing, I mean, I don't know. I think that Mike Tyson, he may not be as quick, but if he hit you, Mike Tyson was knocking folks out with a body shot when he was in his prime.
Yeah.
Body shots.
He's still going to have them body shots. He's still going to have those body shots. He going to dig up in there. It might be over. People may be disappointed, and I hope I don't be disappointed, but he may dig in there, and it'd be over real quick. I hope not.
First round
Let it go
knockout.
a little bit. Yeah.
Mike Tyson
he got it in him
punch-out.
still, I believe.
All
That's right.
Thank you for tapping in, Markina. Hey, Billy, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in. How you doing, Billy?
Hey, how you doing, boss?
Blessings, brother.
Yes, sir. Blessings over here, too. But all I have to say to Milwaukee and the whole world, this all about politics, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I say that because nobody watching Netflix no more. Everybody canceled their app with Netflix and everything.
Especially when they said that the family couldn't share it.
Yeah, so shit, family can't share it, wives and all that. So now, you know what I'm saying, Tyson getting the payoff. You know what I'm saying? Old boy, the white boy, he already, so you know what I'm saying, he getting a payoff with Netflix and everything. So now Netflix went from $19 to $20 a year to $6 now. I looked on the app, it's $6 now.
Yeah, they tried to rob the folks, but then they had to drop it back down.
So right now, I tell all my black people since old buddy come in office and he all about business and everything. I tell you right now, put your money and your stocks into Netflix right now before the stocks get bigger. Right now, I tell you that right now. Put your money into Netflix right now. I guarantee your stocks gonna go up real quick and then jump up out of it real quick, just how everybody else do.
Yeah, when it go up, then when the balloon, just jump out a little bit. Leave a little bit in there, man, but take the most of it out.
Hey, listen here, and on top of that, Tyson will always be a fighter. He'll always have that dog or that wolf in him, you know what I'm saying, regardless. But this is TV. You talking to somebody that knows about TV. I don't know if y'all ever heard of a TV show called White Swap, but me and my family been on White Swap.
What?
I know, yes, sir. The Wiggins and Felix family on White Swap. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. My mama slapped a white lady. On TV. So what I'm trying to tell you right now, yeah, you can look it up on YouTube and Google all that. The Wiggins and Felix family on White Swap. Yes, sir. And you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I help out this community too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a coach at the middle school. So what I'm telling you, I'm trying to change the community. I'm trying to be a big brother to these kids out here too. But what I'm trying to tell you that, get back on track. Tyson got that fight in him. He got that dog in him, and he's never going to stop. But this ain't nothing but a big flick for Netflix, so they can get their boots up. So I'm telling you right now, I'm into stops. Put your money into Netflix and get up out of it real quick.
Okay. All right, Billy. Hey, thank you for tapping in. Hey, look, when we come back, I guess we got some callers on the line. I guess everybody, a large amount of y'all going to watch this fight tonight. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Mike Tyson is box office. Mike Tyson is box office. Big box office. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to finish taking the callers with their opinion on who's going to win the fight. Is it Iron Mike, a YouTube sensation, Jake Paul? Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
At the top, rises for three over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful Center for Employment, a Center for Trauma Recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
My name is Adrienne, and I was hurt in a car accident. What Gruber Law Office has done for me was made me feel safe. It didn't cost me anything, just one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, But if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. We got the queen in the building, Elizabeth Brown, author, advocate. We got Benjamin in the studio.
It's amazing.
Hey, look, let me tell you something. The fight is tonight. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. WWE is in town tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ Brother Z said he's going to be with WWE tonight.
That part.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for them, you know, the Marquette Hilltoppers don't have to play tonight. So fortunately for me, I get to go to wrestling.
That part. Salute.
Wow.
You can't see me.
You can't see me. Benjamin, Elizabeth Brown, who y'all think going to win the fight?
Iron Mike.
Yes. I gotta ride for my people. But I got a couple other reasons though too why I think Iron Mike is gonna win. All right, because if we thinking about this even from a business standpoint, we know for a fact when it comes down to somebody doing releasing content with Netflix, the contract is already out there. They've already put up the dollar amount, what they feel like each fighter is going to bring, how many eyeballs the fighter is going to bring to Netflix tonight.
Facts.
So with that being said, I'm pretty certain they threw the dollar amount out. Maybe 100 million, maybe 200 million, maybe $1 billion.
It's definitely a money grab.
Yeah, it's definitely a money grab. So I'm like, you know what? Even Netflix probably put their money on Iron Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What are the odds?
Yeah.
I mean, if you truly, like Mike said, you know, because the way he slapped him, fam, I was like, he took him back to like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, Liz. I got to be honest. Look, when I saw the slap, it kind of made me think that I know what I just said, but now that I'm getting a little bit, it kind of made me feel like maybe Iron Mike is getting a little bit old because Jake Paul ate that. It ain't like he got slapped and hit the ground.
It wasn't even about that. Like he said, he stepped on his feet, but did you see how fast he slapped him, how fast he went into the stance? Like people have to understand that once a fighter, always a fighter. And what Mike Tyson said is, Jake Paul is manufactured. I'm natural. I do this. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. If Mike Tyson got to bite somebody to win, he gonna do it. All right.
By any means necessary.
It might just be necessary. Somebody actually, you know, there's an actor, popular Hispanic actor. I forget his name. Danny Trejo, Trevejo or something like that. But he came from the one of the worst institutions out on the West Coast. I can't remember the name right now. But he went on to go say one thing he learned about being in jail and having jail fights is the first thing you want to do when you do fight somebody is bite them because you want them to think because it's a psychological thing. He was like, you want to bite them because you want that person to think that, no, this person doesn't want to fight me. They want to eat me. So Mike Tyson, I think, has put that in everybody's mind ever since he bit Holyfield ear. Like, this man might eat you if he need to win.
Iron Mike is Iron Mike for a reason. Like, he been knocking dudes out since I was young enough to know better. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, one thing for sure and two for certain, that's just like people betting Michael Jordan to get in the gym. That's his lane. Like, you never fall off from your lane.
I don't know, G.
Man, please. Have you seen Mike Tyson workouts?
I've seen the workouts, but
he's still working out like that.
Okay, but Liz, I said this to Tory off air. Again, if you roll that clip back where Iron Mike goes to slap Jake Paul, right? Immediately after the slap happens, you see a little knee jerk happen in Iron Mike. Like his left knee jerked. He kind of stumbled a little bit. All right? That was the energy coming back on his body. And I was like, oh my God, like, you know, that's the kinetic force. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so if you think about this like with sports science, right? Iron Mike goes to slap Jake Paul. Jake Paul eats the slap. That means that energy had to bounce back into Iron Mike's hand and then dissipate at some point in his body. In his knee is where it dissipated.
Jake Paul probably do the slap game all of that all day.
Look, we got
ain't nothing.
I'm just saying.
Can we take a call? We got time to take a call, DJ Brother Z.
I mean, we got 60 seconds.
We got 60 seconds.
That means you got 10 seconds. Whoever this is.
Marlon, you on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Salute.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. They set up everything. They're not using the real size gloves. The rounds are going to be shorter than normal.
Right.
If Jake Paul wins, you got to remember this is all entertainment. Correct. It's a money grab. So if Jake Paul wins, then they do a rematch to get more money. I wouldn't be surprised if Jake Paul wins.
Okay, so hold on. If Tyson beat him, the rematch, nobody want to see a rematch. But if he beat Mike Tyson, then everybody gonna want to see the rematch.
Facts.
That's more money.
That's money. More money.
They doubled up.
Yesterday, all that slap they did yesterday, all that stuff was staged. It may as well have been WWE that's coming here tonight. So yeah.
Man. All right, hey, look, I thank you for tapping in.
This could be terrible. Like if Jake Paul beats up Mike Tyson, white people gonna feel like they can beat up black people. They can
wow.
beat us at the pole.
Oh, now it's racist.
Beat us
now. Oh wow.
Beat us in boxing.
Hey, look, hold on. Everything got some racial tension to it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Hey, here we go.
It's entertainment, people.
It's entertainment.
Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. It's entertainment.
All right, well, we got some callers on the line. When we come back, we're going to extend the Mike Tyson conversation to the 2 p.m. conversation. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
The Milwaukee Panthers are back in action Tuesday night as they head to Pittsburgh to take on the Duquesne University Dukes.
Lead ahead where Lyric Davis rises up to send it in. Again, the Panthers have Stillwell with 16. Franklin buries a 3 left at the top. He makes it 86-49. He's got 8.
Scott Warris has the coverage Tuesday starting at 5:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock. Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Vice President Kamala Harris.
Talk with your listeners to remind them of their power and the importance of voting. And the folks in Milwaukee turned out for me and Joe Biden in 2020. You showed what was possible.
U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you a racist?
Absolutely not.
Is Donald Trump a racist?
Absolutely not. No.
And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
Thank you all for speaking truth to power. That's the most important thing, because right now there are those in our community who would rather we just be quiet.
Right.
We have to disturb the peace now more than ever.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 101.7 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. We got the queen.
Hey, yo.
The advocate, the author, Elizabeth Brown, in studio.
Yes, sir.
Look, we got some people still waiting to comment on the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul tonight on Netflix.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. When I was a kid, I was the first kid to beat Mike Tyson on Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Like, everybody was in the room. We had the Nintendo. We was hoping it didn't click off because you had to blow it when it got hot. So we had my cousin remembered all the codes.
Right.
So if it did click off, we didn't have to go too far back because it had the code you had to punch in.
Right.
So I'm telling you, I was the first one in the family to beat Mike Tyson on the game. And when he came out, I remember it like it was yesterday when the Punch-Out came out. And when I got to the level where I had to fight Mike Tyson, everybody was scared of the video game. You know, because he was swinging with the uppercuts, And in real life, he was swinging with the uppercuts. Look, this was the only boxer I felt that people was actually scared of.
Absolutely.
Even on the video game.
Absolutely.
He actually made the boxing industry escalate.
To a whole nother level. For real. Because you paid all that money to see him fight and it didn't even last all night.
Right. Everybody, you was mad,
you was
but you was like, man.
you was like, man, dude, he a beast.
Like Mike Tyson.
Absolutely.
But we got Woody on the lines. Who gonna win the fight tonight? Iron Mike or Jake Paul?
I'm going with Jake Paul. If you look at the rules is bogus. The rule is shiesty. If the rules, they gotta go. If he knock him out in the first round, he don't get no money.
Who?
If he knock him out in the second round, Mike Tyson. Like, look at the rules. I'm looking at the rules.
Oh, wow.
Hey, look, girl, you know I'm on the phone.
Let me look up the rules.
The baby in the background. The baby said Mike Tyson gonna win.
Salute to the baby.
The baby said, shut up. The baby, little baby woo woo. She said Mike Tyson gonna bite him in their baloney and beat me down.
What?
But if you, hey, I just wanted you to check out the rules. You know I'm at work.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now.
I'm with the baby. Look at the rules and tell me how it's not to the white man. But I gotta go.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Look.
Salute.
Oh wow. So Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight rules include surprising rare expectations. They saying that it's something in there. I don't know. I didn't see all the rules. First round will last 2 minutes. Let me see. First round will last 2 minutes, a minute shorter than the standard 3-minute round typically used for men bouts. Boxing gloves will weigh 14 ounces rather than the standard 10-ounce gloves typically used in sanctioned pro fights by boxers who weigh 147 pounds or more. I'm trying to see where it's a detailed list. Paul said in May on a podcast, I agreed to all his rules. Tyson has said that he wanted the 2-minute rounds to increase the action. He has not addressed the use of heavier gloves. Let me see, because a lot of things, I don't see let me look up an actual list. I'm going to try to find it. DJ Brothers, if you can locate it, let me see where the whole thing is, where all the rules are, all of the restrictions or not. I don't know. I just know that a lot of people have been questioning what they had to agree to. And then before I came in, I heard that they may not have a fight because they testing Tyson for drugs. I don't know. I think they gonna have a fight.
They need to test both of them.
He came out there looking like he was, in top shape.
Hey, look here. One thing, look, Mike, I seen him do a workout, and I'm just like, okay, he out here beating some of these young kids. I done seen that's able to get down. Like, no, like that's his life. And he was his workout. A lot of the boxers right now do his workout, like his workout regimen.
Oh, wow. Somebody didn't text in the code to Mike Tyson Punch Out to go straight to Mike Tyson. 007-373-5963. Oh, wow.
Hey, salute.
Somebody got the cheat code in the talk to text.
That part. Real gamers.
Well, we got Eddie on the lines. Eddie, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Who gonna win? Jake Paul?
I know that ain't who I think.
Iron Mike.
Well, I'd like to see Jake Paul win, simply because I'm a white guy. But I think Iron Mike's going to take the fight. I really do. I think he's just got too much juice. A guy like Mike Tyson has a rage inside. You can't train that rage. You have to have it inside. It's like a burning furnace.
Yes.
And this guy misses his heyday, and he wants it back. And I don't blame him, because I'm that guy who talks about his glory days, back when I played Little League Baseball in Kewaskum for the Valley Bank A's. Okay?
Little League. That's as far as
that being said.
Kewaskum.
Oh, wow.
Eddie, you funny.
That's right. So I want to say that I think Mike's going to win the fight, and I don't think Jake Paul gets enough credit for some of his opponents in the past. But I'm really looking forward to his next fight that he has booked. That's going to be a good one. That's Jake Paul.
It may not be functioning well because I believe that if Mike Tyson really punched you and got a good clear shot on you, it's going to cause some brain damage.
Well, Tory, he's fought 50 men, and he's popped a bunch of them, knocked out a bunch of them, given body shots to a bunch of them. Nobody's died. People recover, even if it takes a few days after the fight. But like I said, I'm really looking forward to the Jake Paul-Angel Reese fight. I think that'll be a good fight, and I think that'll really prove Jake's ability as a boxer, as a legitimate boxer. Jake Paul, Angel Reese.
Come on.
Here we go, Eddie.
Comedy hour with Eddie.
Comedy with Eddie.
I'm just saying.
Angel Reese.
Have a good weekend.
All right, Eddie. Have a good weekend. Deja, you on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
What it do, King and Queen?
Blessings, Deja.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Tyson on this one. If I'm going to be real, the last fight, or it was a fight that I saw Jake Paul do. I forgot who it was with. And it just made me feel like it was rigged. I think it was it Diaz? No, that's UFC. No, who was it? It was somebody he fought, and I was like, I don't know. I don't like that. I feel like he got thrown in the fight just because, he can get paid. They got paid for doing that. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure he's training well and stuff like that, but let's keep it a buck. Dude was a YouTuber at some point. Like,
right.
For real. He was a YouTuber at some point.
Right.
He's just now getting equipped with what it means to be a boxer. Like,
I agree.
Just now.
I think this is his 10th fight or something.
Hey,
like that?
Salute to him for even having the heart to even want to stand in the same ring with Mike Tyson. All I'm gonna say is Mike is built different. All he got to do is go to that childhood trauma, and it's a wrap.
Exactly.
Wrap.
Like,
you got to go to that.
This is the Mike Tyson he's talking about here.
Absolutely.
This is the Mike Tyson talking about.
Absolutely.
We're talking about a YouTuber who got well over millions of followers and stuff like that, and I give him flowers for doing what he do. That's his profession, that's his job, that's what he chose to do. But now you trying to step in the ring with the big dog. You better hope you got the teeth for it. You hope you got the teeth for it.
We gonna find out tonight. We gonna find out tonight if if he's soft in the jaw. We definitely gonna find out tonight what's really happening.
Well, I'll say this,
If this fight gets thrown, I'll say
this: if Tyson lose this fight,
it's more money.
I mean, is this an exhibition, or does this go on his professional record?
That's a good question.
Right.
Okay, because like I said, the exhibition don't count.
If the rules ain't the same, I don't think it should go on his record.
I don't know. I don't think it should go.
The gloves and all of that.
Everything is changed up, right?
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know if this is considered a win or a loss as a professional fight, because
I doubt it.
When you fight in different agencies, you know.
But they didn't change so much stuff. Who knows?
Right. That's all I'm saying.
Catch 22.
That's just a question. If y'all know, hit me up on the Talk to Text line. Does this count as a real fight in the win column for either one of these fighters? Because Jake Paul just gonna calculate up his wins anyway, because he a YouTuber.
Absolutely.
He's just going to calculate it up in his way, right?
It's so many, especially Woody said with the rulings. If the rulings is that, you know what I'm saying, egregious, I don't think it should weigh in like that. I would hope Mike didn't sign up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're saying it's an exhibition, not really a city girl in the chat saying this is an exhibition.
Okay.
Well, like I said, but it's a lot of money.
I'm here for it.
It's a lot of money for an exhibition. I saw that Jake Paul is scheduled to walk away with $40 million.
Okay.
And Tyson is set to walk away with $20 million.
Well, I mean, being that Jake Paul
created the environment,
but not even created the environment. If he can take the punches from Mike Tyson, he deserved that 40. He deserved that.
I'll say this: I wouldn't want to fight Mike Tyson.
Me either.
I remember when we was coming up, and it was this one loudmouth boxer that kept messing with Mike Tyson.
Right.
I guess he was from the streets of, I think, Detroit or something. And they finally caught up with each other outside after hours or something.
Yeah.
And he punched this man in the face so hard that his eye swole up.
Immediately.
Like he had two heads. Like his eye.
The pumpkin head. He gave him the pumpkin head.
Big as his head. And so I said, man. And so I guess they went on to say they was going he was going to take Mike Tyson to court for the damages and things like. And so,
man, Mike,
like I said.
He'll eat that. Mike had all that. Man, Mike
That's
had
why.
so much
That's why I
money.
don't never, when I see people out in public, unless they threaten me or try to do something to me, I'm not going to do nothing to them. Because what they want you to do is put their hands on you, and then you got to sue them.
Absolutely.
And then they all in
and
court
we
and
should
all
know
that
better,
stuff like that.
know,
So
especially the way the kids and the Karens run up on us and call the police.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, Truth Nation, final thoughts on Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I'm going with Iron Mike.
I'm definitely
and I'm hoping that these rules that I was sent, this is what they allege the restrictions are. I need to go to the official boxing rules, but they saying that somebody made a post on Instagram and they were trying to say that the rules are extremely favorable for Jake Paul. The contract incentivizes Tyson to lose and gives Jake Paul an opportunity to choose himself as the winner. I mean, I think this is maybe some Instagram stuff, because who would sign something like that? Unless it's for the money.
Unless it's a small piece of what's to come. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we got to think about too, like entertainment wise, right now, this opened up the door after the election where everybody's energy finna go. So ain't no telling,
Well, this goes on to say that allegedly Tyson will be penalized for knocking out Jake Paul because he's paid on a sliding scale per round.
Oh, wow.
I wouldn't have did that. Hey. I'm Mike Tyson. Look, let me tell you something. That's why I say I got to get to, I don't know. I got to get to the real. But what I'm saying is, if I'm Mike Tyson, I'm the draw.
He been in the game a long time.
I'm the draw. Mike Tyson is the draw.
Absolutely.
Jake Paul may have created the space for this to happen.
Right.
But just like Floyd Mayweather, who fought his brother.
Right.
Floyd Mayweather was the draw.
Yes.
Tyson is the draw here.
Yes.
I'm watching it because it's Mike Tyson.
That part.
I'm not.
It's Mike Tyson.
I didn't watch the last couple Jake Paul fights.
Me either. Matter of fact, I didn't know who he was until now.
And a lot of people may have not known who he was.
I mean,
and salute to Jake Paul for creating an environment.
Absolutely.
And this is the one thing I'll tell people. If you don't like the way something is going, you can create another situation.
Absolutely.
And that's what he did.
Yeah.
He took boxing by storm by using YouTube and the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So he jumped over a lot of fighters who was going through the process.
Absolutely.
And now he's the main draw as well by creating a system that didn't even exist.
So he better pray he win tonight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That it don't flatline, because again, like I said, when you Mike Tyson and you coming that childhood trauma, you go to that place because Mike ain't been in the ring in a minute. And ain't no telling what life. If life has been lifing like it has for us, and you looking for somebody to drop them beads on, hey.
Look, you talking about a man who chewed a man's ear off.
Man, look.
Okay.
Damn.
Part.
I'm just saying.
That part.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I wouldn't.
That part.
I feel like I got a better chance of going against Jake Paul.
Hey.
You know, but Mike Tyson, I'm like, okay, do I really want? I'm hoping that my life insurance is intact. I'm hoping that I got my will done.
Look how
and I'm hoping that I got somebody around me just in case I have to. My bowels ain't working, and that so if I got to go into a nursing home for a little bit, somebody who loved me enough to put on the depend, because I'm not fighting the most vicious boxer in history.
Look,
Mike Tyson.
People don't understand that childhood trauma. You go there, hey, you black out. Everything is everything. Like everybody can get it.
Hey, DJ Brother Z, Will Smith made a song about Mike Tyson. Can you get that song up? Because this is how terrified. This is how terrified people was of Mike Tyson as a kid.
Absolutely.
Look, it was people that the fight would start,
man,
and they would go run to grab something to eat from the kitchen table, and they come back. What happened?
Man, everybody just like
Mike Tyson to knock this man out.
My daddy had so many fight parties, and it was over. Like, it was, you know what I'm saying? They was mad because they paid that much, But at the end of the day, like, it turned into a good time.
Yeah, the dude that Mike Tyson punched in the eye, his name was Mitch Blood Green. That's what they saying on the top. I mean, I just know that he had a curl.
He looked like Martin.
I just know he had a curl. Yeah, I just know he had a curl in his head. And he was tall and he was talking crazy. And you're supposed to be from the street. And he was tagging. He was going. He didn't get knocked out like that. But what I'm saying is, after all of the talking,
he wanted to sue.
He got a lawsuit. Tried to get a lawsuit against Mike Tyson. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Truth Nation. Your willingness to share your stories with our community has helped make the Tory Lowe Show a 2-time First Place Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Award winner.
Hey, I'm tapping in from the Milwaukee County Jail. Yeah, man, they treating us real bad up in here, man. I mean, they had us sleeping in feces and urine. They took the batteries from us, told us there wasn't no batteries in stock. I ain't never heard that in my life.
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Did you hear about that boy Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson, he the boy that played football for Montreal, man. No, you old coop, he a boxer, man. Let me tell you, I went to his fight a couple months ago. I seen him hit that boy. He hit that boy so hard, his head flew off into the 18th row. He had to go get his head out the 18th row.
I was in Jeff's crib one night about 8, and we were watching a couple of Mike Tyson fight tapes. Jeff was like, man, you see how hard Mike's punching? Come on, Jeff, the other guy was just lunging. Left, right, another KO. If that was me, I'd have been okay, though. The very next day, I gave Russell a ring with JL and Leor, and we all called Don King. I said, yeah, Don, I got a problem.
Tell him, Prince.
Yeah, what's up? What you saying? You trying to solve them? Forget the small talk. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. Me and Mike, 2 months, Trump, Atlantic City.
Yo, you got this. You gonna bust dude up.
Yeah, you can be my trainer.
Word up.
I'm rough like a freight train, smooth like ice, and yo, Jeff, straight up, I think I can beat Mike Tyson.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brothers, he on the ones and twos. Elizabeth Brown in studio.
Hey, yo.
Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight tonight.
Yeah,
hey, what's happening then?
Hey, entertainment.
Look, also, I wanted to get back to the topic that I started the show with, that I started seeing some disturbing statistics coming out of Wisconsin, coming out of Milwaukee for domestic violence and black women.
Right.
That black women were more likely to be domestic violence or even just violence at 20 times higher than their counterparts.
I can believe that.
It's just a lot to soak in because we talk about statistics coming out in the state of Wisconsin when it comes to black.
Right.
And, you know, when I see this, because I deal with it.
Right.
I deal with it, but when you see the numbers come in,
yeah,
it just makes you feel sick to your stomach.
Absolutely.
That this is some of the things that we have to deal with as advocates. Yes. And now that you're starting to see the numbers come in, and also back in April, there was a report from Wisconsin Public Radio that black women in Wisconsin are at higher risk of violence.
Mm-hmm.
And they tried to get a task force together to try to figure it out. And I think Representative Sheila Stubbs, she tried to take the lead on that to try to, get some legislative ideas together. But this is something that we got to talk about. We got to get back to. This is what I'm saying. We got to get back to work.
We definitely got to get back to work. There's no days off because, again, like you stated, when you talk about violence just across the board, our community suffers at the highest levels, regardless of what it is. When we talking about domestic violence, we talk about black women that's dying, trying to have their babies.
Right.
Black baby mortality rate. I mean, you name it, it's happening. Black males being killed by violence. I mean, you name it. We at the top of the worst of all of that, and there's no better time than the present to turn that all around.
And like I said, like when I talk about this, because like I said, I have to get directly involved. I remember a couple years ago, we threw an event with the women that were being abused that I assisted. And we had the front one front bench full and a half of another one.
Absolutely.
Of the women that showed up,
right?
To this gathering because it was a problem.
Yes.
And the thing is with me, the one thing I can say is how can we get ahead of it? We got to start spreading more messages of love because when you look at the programming, the reality TV shows, or when you listen to the music, it's a certain tinge, like a low vibrating tinge.
It is.
To be quick to get involved in a negative behavior.
To engage in the negative behavior, especially in a time, we're coming off of where they was allowing men to fight women.
Right.
And have men and women's sports. And I mean, things had got so laxed. That the reality of what's really going on, like you said, when you take it back to love, to us loving ourselves enough not to be in situations or engage in situations that you know gonna go to another level.
Right.
To have enough love, not only for yourself, but the person that you truly say you love to walk away. Because you know, if my temper is high and yours is high, we knowing where it's gonna go. It's gonna be a perfect storm. And one of us, you know, unfortunately might not, you know, survive that. So in
go
reality,
to jail.
So in reality, I'm gonna walk. Like, I love you enough to leave.
Right.
Or you love me enough to leave, because both of our tempers are high at this moment. And a lot of times, like I said, emotional intelligence is so important, especially in our community, because being emotionally stable save lives.
And to me, I think that a long time ago, when I started realizing that, okay, maybe the music I'm listening to and taking in is not helping me really decide at pivotal moments.
Absolutely.
How to make the right decision. You know what I mean? So I went from listening to a lot of gospel music when I was in church, doing the deacon thing. Then when I started becoming an adult, I started listening to more worldly music. And I'm like, okay, this music is really basically telling you to spin the block.
Yeah.
To do certain things that may cause you to risk your life or go to jail.
Or take somebody else's.
Or take somebody. So it's all there.
Yeah.
And I think that many times when you don't have a foundation, a principal foundation, then the music does become an influence.
It does.
Because now you're taking the information from the entertainment industry when you don't have a foundation of, hey, this is a spiritual foundation, no matter what it is. Then you're listening to Snoop Dogg or somebody that you perceive to be a role model or a celebrity.
Future. Yeah.
And now you're going after those principles, which is funded by private prisons, basically.
Absolutely.
A lot of it is funded by the private prison to fill up the jail cells.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And even if consciously you understand it's entertainment, unconsciously it's a chant. It's a spell that's being cast in those moments. Again, when we understand frequency, when you understand, you know, the low vibrations that's inside this music, that sometimes you're trance-like. You know, unconsciously, a lot of times you don't even know you're doing certain things. It's like if you done lived in a certain place for so long and then you move and then you wind up leaving work and wind up parked in front of the house that you used to go to, unconsciously your mind took you back there. So a lot of times you have to understand that even though your conscious mind is telling you that it's one thing, unconsciously a spell is being cast. And you don't understand exactly what's going on in those moments, in those times, and
this is the thing. A lot of times, a lot of people say, "I gave you." You got to be an example of what you want to see, because sometimes you can tell somebody something, but then they see you do something opposite of what you said. Then it causes a confusion in the moment that they need to have that information to work for them.
Yes,
and I think that when you talk about relationships, this is why I came up with. I'm not putting my hands on nobody.
Right.
Matter of fact, I even outside of relationship, I don't practice getting violent with anybody unless they're a threat to me.
Right.
Or to somebody around me. So it's off the table outside of that.
Right.
I don't even think it's not even somebody. You may call me out of my name. I'm gonna be like, God bless you. Why? Because it's nothing to me.
Right.
And a lot of people can't take. And that's when you call with intellectual maturity.
Absolutely.
In the dealing with things. Yes. A lot of people will just throw words out there and people feel some type of way. And I keep telling them, that's nothing.
It's really
because
nothing.
That's what they're trying to do is lure you, get a reaction.
Yes.
So no matter whatever the reaction is, they're trying to get you on that level to where you can jump into space where you're vulnerable to whether you can be in a space where you can go to jail.
Or get hurt.
Or you can get hurt, or somebody can do something.
Or the opposite. Yeah, you're absolutely right. When you think about everything that they trained us backwards.
Right.
I mean, when you think about even the slavery where they had, you know, the two bucks fighting to the death.
Right.
You know, when you think about, you know, having how we've been programmed to believe that, you know, we were less valued. So now we looking at each other like I'm better than you because I got on new shoes,
right? And
your shoes is old, you know.
But that's trash.
It is trash. But the reality of what's taking place is the fact that we have been programmed for so long to believe that you calling my mama out of her name is enough for me to put my hands on you.
Right. And the thing is, when you look at the mass incarceration rate, when you look at some of those statistics, you know, a lot of this was influenced.
Yes.
You know, hip hop was once a vehicle that was reporting what was happening on the street.
Absolutely.
And then it turned into something else.
Yes.
And so it helps
if it's used
the industry to profit off of the black bodies that go into these institutions.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people that swear by the G code.
Of course.
And they say, oh, it's the G code. Even cats that don't even know what the G code is.
Never been a G.
Because they say own the G. Always own the G, right? So what I'm saying is we have adopted certain things,
ideas,
but that's not our lifestyle.
It's not our lifestyle. And the reality, like you stated, you know, when they co-opted, when they seen how powerful it was for us to be able to tell our stories due to the lack thereof, then they came in again when you talk about hip hop and how they allow you to use the N word, but you can't use any other word without it being anti-Semitic or racist, but everybody can use this N word, you know.
And the thing is, when we take those ideas, this is why it's important to understand social engineering.
Absolutely.
And so when a lot of my time is used fighting against the system that's using our people as an account.
Yes.
You know, because they make a lot of money.
Front man.
No matter good or bad, we worth a lot of money.
Absolutely.
In these systems. No matter how they got it set up, we're in those systems.
Yeah.
So to me, when people fight person to person, you lost.
Absolutely.
Because the system that's at hand wants everybody.
Absolutely.
They don't care who wins or loses the fight.
Right.
They want both of y'all in their system, in the prison system, in the jail system. They want you to feed the system. They want your kids in the CPS system. They want your kid. They want the division.
Yes.
So no matter how it happened or how you believe or how you feel, you lose.
Absolutely.
And then they come to me to try to get them out the system.
And the sad reality is when the system get their hands on you, it's hell getting out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They make it so difficult. It's so easy. My mother used to say, it's easy, you know, to get in trouble, but it's hell to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
it take 5 seconds.
It trap you, like the blink of an eye, and then you find your whole life trying to fight to undo that 2.3 seconds that you took and decided to swing and hit somebody, and they landed on something the wrong way, and now you in the prison system.
And most people regret that 5 seconds after they see the damage and after they have to pay the price for that 5 seconds.
And they making money off
of
that
choice.
I watched Snapped. That's exactly what that is. That moment that you just snap, something take place, you snap, you wake up and realize that you done killed somebody.
Right.
Or somebody done killed somebody you love due to, and usually when you ask them 10 years down the line, like, what happened? They like, I don't even know.
Or they regret
it. Absolutely.
Because the time lost, you could have just walked away.
Trauma.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
Fathers, grandfathers, future fathers, and father figures, bring your families and join Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit Saturday, November 16th at Milwaukee Academy of Science from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't miss this one-stop shop resource fair connecting Milwaukee families with job opportunities, child support help, health education and screenings, financial empowerment, legal assistance, and fatherly inspiration. The featured speaker is Pastor Kenneth Locke from Evolve Church. Bring your teens and learn about internships, jobs, and local mentoring opportunities. Register to be eligible to win gift cards, so don't wait. Gifts and prizes will also be available for families during the event. Pre-register today by visiting milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to join us as a participant and exhibitor, or to support the Fatherhood Summit as a volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. See you Saturday, November 16th at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit, sponsored by the City of Milwaukee, Brewers Community Foundation, and Ascension, Wisconsin.
We're getting close to awarding someone $10,000. It's the Third Thursday Networking event featuring the pitch competition, November 21st at Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m., hosted by the Wisconsin Black Chamber. It's the last chance to qualify for the pitch finale in December. Be there at 5 p.m. to register to compete. Registration to pitch is only open for 15 minutes, so be on time if you want a chance to be a finalist and compete in December for the $10,000 first place prize. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Let me say that again. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Third Thursday is not just about the pitch competition, though. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, and music by DJ L Boogie. There is no cost to attend our Third Thursday event or compete in the pitch competition, so don't miss out. Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon. Listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Okay, Fred, so I got some questions.
What's up?
Where should I go if I want to start my own business?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, Fred, so where should I go if my kid needs an internship or if I need a job? Where do I go?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, so what if I want to work for a company that believes in diversity, has great benefits, and growth for people like us?
You already know. It's EerieInsurance.com.
Man, so Fred, I just need to go to Erie Insurance?
Go to EerieInsurance.com for all that you need.
It's amazing.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. Green Bay Packers are just a few days away from their road matchup in Chicago to take on the Bears fresh off their bye week. The Bears will have a new offensive coordinator this week as Shane Waldron was fired. Matt LaFleur discussing some of the challenges that lie ahead of his team facing a new coordinator.
I'm sure there's going to be some unscouted looks, but that could be every week, especially when you're going into a division rivalry game. So you just kind of got to go off what they've shown on tape and really trust your rules.
Packers-Bears set for a kickoff at noon on Sunday afternoon. Over to college hoops, where the Wisconsin Badgers will welcome in the 9th-ranked Arizona Wildcats to Madison tonight. Both teams undefeated. Tip time set for 8 p.m. And staying with college hoops, 15th-ranked Marquette will be on the road in Maryland tonight. Tip-off for that game is set for 7. Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
My money straight like some braids. I be in a cut like some waves. If she not with me, play. Get the chips and then I dip like some lace.
1017 The Truth. It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we'll be highlighting local universities who offer full tuition scholarships and local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to The Truth all month long so you don't miss this important information on how your student can go to college and be debt-free. College Scholarship Month on The Truth is sponsored by Concordia University, Wisconsin, Live Uncommon, and Educators Credit Union, achieving more together. Also, Truth Nation, we teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. Visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com to sign up today. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure right here on The Truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. All right, Truth Nation, we got to head over to Houston Serious situation going on in Houston. And this is something that somebody was telling me, hey, Tory, you got to talk about this. Texas mother sentenced to 50 years for leaving kids in dire conditions as son's body decomposed. A judge on Tuesday sentenced the woman to 50 years in prison after forcing 3 of her children to live with a decomposing body of her dead 8-year-old brother for more than a year in a soiled, roach-infested apartment in Houston. Now,
disgusting.
This is something that's interesting because they're saying that the injury to the child who was beaten to death by her boyfriend and another child, this is something that she allowed to happen after a boyfriend or step father or whatever was involved in actually harming the boy.
Absolutely.
So she got sentenced recently. Gloria Williams, 38 years old. She expressed deep regret before being sentenced. We got some audio on this if y'all watching 1017 The Truth as we broadcast live on YouTube. Let's listen.
Now new at 5, a Houston mother is sentenced for her role in the death of her 8-year-old son. It's a story that horrified our region after that young boy's body was found decomposed in the apartment where his brothers were still living. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia is live at the Harris County Courthouse with this news. Jonathan.
Gloria Williams was sentenced to prison, 50 years in prison, because she pleaded guilty. Now, according to court documents, Williams pleading guilty to a charge of injury to a child with serious bodily injury. Her 8-year-old son, Kendrick Lee, was beaten to death by his stepfather, Brian Coulter, in November of 2020. Prosecutors say it was important to get justice and be the voice for the children.
I think justice was served. We always did this because of the kids. That was always the concern that Edward and I had, was speaking for those who couldn't speak out during this process.
Wow. Back in April, Coulter was sentenced to life in prison without parole after being found guilty of murder. Though Kendrick died in 2020, it wasn't until nearly a year later that his body was found inside a West Houston apartment where he lived with his 3 brothers alone. The attorney
could have been in March of 2020. Could have been in June of 2020, could have been in September of 2020, could have been in October.
And the boyfriend was a white male.
Absolutely.
It was a black woman.
Yeah.
But the boyfriend was a white male that was involved in the death of the 8-year-old boy, living in infestation, rat-infested conditions, for a long time.
Yeah, and had the nerve to move out and leave them over there.
Right. So to me, this is why I say, when we talk about domestic ideas,
absolutely,
and it only takes one person to change the environment when you're living domestic.
Yes.
So when a person comes home in a wrong mood,
the whole house,
it affects everybody.
It affects everybody. Absolutely. Again, speaking about this on the day after, talking to Acacia Jackson,
right,
who was a survivor of
domestic.
Yes, being brutally beat in front of her children,
right,
and then having the heart to stand up and testify in a trial, and then lose everything due to the retaliation of her speaking up,
right,
and telling the truth and trying to protect herself, and then you have everybody say, why don't the women or why don't the men that are being abused say something? When you look at, the backlash, the retaliation that comes behind that, which, again, her and her children almost lost their life. The younger son, King, had to jump off a second-story floor to even go and get his family help. The reality of that is, we have to make sure that we're being realistic about the retaliation that comes behind that. So when you say, why didn't she say something, or why didn't he say something, or why didn't nobody do something?
Right.
We're watching people who have stood up against their abuser lose everything. And then you'll find them being chastised or talked down to or having to live on other people's couches,
right?
Couch surfing from doing the right things. You know?
The sad part about it is, we talk about these tragic situations,
absolutely,
and many times the empathy isn't there.
Facts.
Or they're saying, okay, why don't you do X, Y, and Z? That's why I say when I get a call and somebody says, Tory, this is what's going on, the first thing I ask them is, okay, let's come up with a plan. I don't want to, let me get you out of this situation first.
Yes.
We can talk about all the extra later,
Absolutely.
But I'm automatically like, okay, for the fact that they had to call me,
yes,
with all these organizations out here,
come on,
I already know to go into, okay, where you at right now, where you think the best time to really make that move, because you don't know what's happening.
Right.
I wasn't there, I don't know, but I know that for them to make that call to me,
yes,
meaning that they're ready,
is dire.
And so I'm after the ready, because a lot of people are in domestic ideas and they don't even know how to get out of it, and they're not ready to make a move. So when they call me, I know that they're at the point where they're ready to make a move.
Yes.
So I'm going to go get them out of that situation, and once I separate them from the situation, then I'll hear the rest of the story, or however whatever went down.
And people don't understand,
but they're in a safe space at that
how
point.
many attempts these women have attempted to leave, and then they say, like, call the police, but then CPS is involved, and then that's a reason for their children to be taken. Like, it's so many loopholes to it,
Right.
and people make it seem like it's cookie cutter, and it's not.
It's definitely something that a lot of mental ideas going into domestics.
Yes, it is.
And I always say, this is why I can't stick around people that chooses to use aggressive words speaking to me.
Right.
Because I know what that leads to.
Absolutely.
It eventually it starts out with, I'm calling you out your name, it's fun. Yep. The next thing you know, let's say I'm on the wrong day.
Yes,
and,
on the wrong
okay, so maybe when I was in a better mood, I didn't really look at that as, okay, you disrespectful. But then a lot of people, once they get away with breaking that boundary, then
a snowball
they
effect.
forget that day-to-day life gets to going.
Yep.
And so verbal abuse is something
worse.
that we got to focus on, because a lot of people say, well, I'm not hitting on you, but the
You're
verbal
tearing me
abuse
down.
is just as bad mentally.
It's worse
as well. Yeah.
Because physical abuse, those wounds heal.
Right.
That verbal abuse, to come up out of anything mentally, when somebody can get inside your head, that's why slavery was so successful.
Right.
Because they got in our heads. You understand? So when you think about anybody, and like I said, I was an abuser. I was the aggressor.
You was the one, jacking them up.
I was the one that was attacking.
Right.
And I realized later on in life that was due to my childhood rape and everything else. That when you put in certain situations, again, you start to normalize the toxicity. And it's easy to call somebody out their name, or you thinking this is how you supposed to be loved, because it's in the movies, it's in the music,
right?
And a lot of time people don't understand. Me and Double J was talking yesterday on the reality of how we normalize things for children. Like you said, the love in hip hop. Right now, you have teenagers that's looking at the Baddies Club,
right,
where it's a fight night. Every night.
All the
know
time.
What I'm saying? It's about
over
you
everything.
Being tough. Like, come
they
on.
They fight
man.
during lunch,
come
dinner,
on.
breakfast.
Hey, wake up.
You can't
fight,
you can't get a break.
Like,
you gotta watch they up on these reality shows watching their back. You
love and hip hop.
They plotting,
beating, taking drugs, rapping, stealing, and killing. You know what I'm saying?
And these are the shows that they feed on our stations.
Absolutely.
Too.
Because anytime you talk to any of these youth out here right now, and all they talk about is Baddies Club.
Well, when they can travel and go to clubs and pack it out, that's the influence.
Absolutely.
So when I see this kind of behavior, I'm like, wow, like, okay, you got to be careful who you flocking to, or who you being entertained by, because this is who they thought the job was going to do, how they was going to get y'all out to vote.
And this is
through the entertainers.
Absolutely.
Because they understand that the entertainers have a huge influence over the life decisions that people are making, or they're a part of their lives, because their music is being used to actually as I guess a compass.
It is
some
a
type
compass.
of compass or
Yes.
something. Yeah.
Or the end all be all. Like, this is the foundation of what you're supposed to go off of. And when you think about the social norms, and especially inside our community, like I said, you know, from the name calling, calling your mama out her name, and you a punk, if you let them get away with that, or
like I said, and then the verbal abuse in these relationships, when people hit hard times, people just as merciless. Your own family.
Hey, look here.
I'm just saying.
Hey, the power of the tongue is real crucial.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Tap into Milwaukee's most entertaining morning show.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. Let me just quit trying to be politically correct. That looks like an inside job. That looks like somebody who's been there before.
That's what I was going to say.
That looks like some people that know him.
Yeah, because out of all the homes, I'm sure Bobby doesn't live somewhere where his house is the only nice house on the block.
Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Are you an African American or Hispanic adult with elevated A1C and currently treating your type 2 diabetes? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016 and ask Delicia about Enrich.
Everywhere in America, families are struggling with an all-too common problem.
She missed school again.
Again?
Something is going on. She's secretive.
Should we check her backpack?
When you suspect a family member has a substance use disorder, it's hard to know what to do next.
We need to talk to her.
Starting the conversation is the first step to getting help. Visit SAMHSA at samhsa.gov/families for tips. Or for treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP.
After an accident, don't wait to get the help you need. Call Gruber Law Offices first. There is no fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Anything for you. Hello, Habibi. Salam alaikum, Habibi. If you're ready, let's go, Habibi. I told you, Habibi. Where the money enter, Habibi. I would definitely call you, Habibi. We do go to Dubai soon, Habibi. Lada Max 400K. Shani, Habibi. Balaya, I will spoil you, Habibi. Oh, my baby. And I wish saw you one.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos, Elizabeth Brown in studio. Look, we've been talking about black women in the state of Wisconsin more likely to become victims of violence.
Absolutely.
Domestic abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is more than their counterparts.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, when we talk about our community, the black man, the black woman, and the black child, what we want to understand is we got to have, moving forward, some ideas that can carry us into the future. And I think the biggest idea that I'm getting from this is that we got to have more love and compassion and empathy for each other.
Yes, we absolutely do. And how we get there is being true to ourselves. Like I said, a lot of times I use my life as an example. When you've been through trauma, when you are untrustworthy with the environment around you, because it's the environment that you got violated in.
Right.
You understand the dynamics of not being able to trust, and somehow socially, we remember the worst thing. Like a person could have did 100 great things, and that one bad thing we want to hold on to again. But it shows
but that's the victim mentality. But that's a victim mentality.
Absolutely.
When you can do 100 things right, and now you just want to be the victim. You like being the person making excuses of why this is happening.
Absolutely.
But the victor finds reasons to move forward.
Absolutely.
So either you're going to play the victim or the victor.
And the goal is to, again, like we do every day on your show, is talk truth.
Right.
Silence usually allows us to continue to be the victim.
Right.
And I think when you come out and you own what has happened, and you receive it, you forgive yourself, one, because you understand.
Because you got to forgive yourself.
You have to.
Right.
You have to forgive yourself. My forgiveness of myself is my ability to be able to forgive you. You know what I'm saying? And forgiveness is where love lives. You know what I'm saying? Like when you able to forgive and accept that in somebody's story you was a violator and in another story you was a victim. Now, where are you right now? Right now, that balanced itself out. Now we can start brand new.
And the greatest part about it is every day is another chance to get it right.
Amen.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we're going to open up the lines if you want to join the conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash Giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got the queen.
Hey, yo.
The advocate, the author, Elizabeth Brown, in studio.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we are talking about something that we got to pay attention to right here in the state of Wisconsin, where the statistics about black women and being more accessible to violence.
Yes.
You know, even domestic abuse. And this is something that when we talk about, we know that people are living in it.
Yes.
But I want to open up the lines to talk about what are some of the ways to avoid it.
Yes.
How are you avoiding it? If you're in close relationships.
Yes.
Because we all get upset.
Oh, yes.
We all, hey, look.
Hey.
You know, you living around somebody, even with your brothers and sisters, y'all had fights.
Life happens.
Right.
You're not always on your bubble gum sprinkles sunny day, you know.
Right.
Again, that's how you know what true love is when you recognize, like, you're able to go through all of your emotions, and at the end of the day look at that person and say, I'm here with you. Like, I truly love you no matter what the trials and tribulations is. The ability to give yourself that space. To be upset, because I tell my daughter all the time, it's all right to be mad. And I tell you too, Tory, I said, take your time, just don't take too long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And like I said,
have your moment.
The moments come. But to me, I think that we have to take an advanced measure of understanding to say, I got to watch what's coming out of my mouth.
Absolutely. When you check yourself, everything else is nothing.
You got to watch what's coming out your mouth.
Absolutely.
I grew up with a bunch of people bragging on how cold their mouth was.
Facts.
And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about the words.
Absolutely.
You know, how they can,
hey, I'm telling
come at you.
Facts.
And that's domestic verbal abuse.
That is verbal.
That's what it is.
Yes, it is.
And we bragging on it.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
you might be a domestic verbal abuser, True Nation.
Absolutely.
Because because you're not punching somebody,
don't mean you ain't hurting them.
Don't mean you ain't hurting somebody.
Absolutely.
Just true. So we got to start calling it for what it is.
That part. And I think once we start to call it what it is, because again, it's just like an addict. Until you understand that you addicted to something, you can't change it.
Right.
So the goal is for you to be able to point out, it ain't what you said, it's how you said it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes we know you have to have your boundaries, but at the same time, like you said, when you check yourself, you ain't gonna put up with that coming from nobody else. And you have to have those boundaries.
And the thing is, my whole life, growing up in my neighborhood, I think that the mouth became weaponized.
It was.
Against our own people.
Absolutely.
You watch the movie Precious.
Yeah.
With Monique.
Yeah.
And the girl and how that.
Yeah.
A lot of people living like that.
Absolutely.
being trashed mentally by family members or somebody close to them, and then they take that and they lash out when they get outside.
Absolutely.
A lot of this is learned behavior, you know what I mean? From
all of it.
Whether it's racism, where kids are taught to be racist against other children, or a lot of this domestic stuff that's going on inside these houses, we got to get that under control, because if you don't label that verbal lashing as abuse or domestic verbal abuse.
Yeah, something wrong with you.
You know, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. And again, like I said, we have been a people that has been torn down by everybody, you know. Anything black has a negative notation to it already. And so in reality, we always wanted to put the levels, even when it comes to the light skins, the dark skins, and this and that and whatever. The main idea, though, we have to bring it back full circle and understand that what we say matters. How somebody else feels matters. And I think we're in a perfect position right now to point out and call a thing a thing.
Well, we got Chris on the lines. Chris, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
How's it going there, Brother Tory?
Hey, how you doing, Brother Chris?
Hey, salute, King.
Oh, it's going pretty good.
How are you avoiding ideas that could turn into domestic ideas in the relationship?
Well, for one, I established myself as an Israelite 10 years ago. And I've been married 20 years.
Hey, salute.
And what I've seen is, when you're in a relationship, what you want to eliminate is getting the law enforcement involved. Now, I noticed that when it comes to the black community and domestic situations, the woman likes to call the law enforcement on the man, even though there's no physical contact, just arguments. All families going to have arguments. So what the Hebrew Israelites do is they have, like the Christian church, what they should have is a bunch of the men, so-called men of God, where they can call them instead of law enforcement. But see, the thing about the Christian church is it gets tricky. Like you say, Tory, I like when you say the underbelly. It's not going to work with the men in the church, because it's the underbelly. Those men will get involved, but it's going to turn tricky to where they may want to get involved with that man's woman.
Hold on. Let me shape this up. Let me shape what you just said up, because it's very critical. It's very critical, because if the woman is running to another man to deal with the situation, exposing herself to that man, many times that leads to something else.
Power, a door that's open.
So that's true too.
Yeah,
powerful.
Right.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Be very trusting of that person.
Absolutely.
Hey,
it is.
Talking about let's go to counseling, and then they trying to get all in the intimate details.
Prey,
and then next thing you know, they didn't
because that leaves her
opened up the cookie jar
and feeling like she or because there's a lot of women that I deal with, who have survived domestic abuse, and usually when a person come in to protect them, they usually they
feel like connection.
Absolutely. And it don't be that. It's like that survivors, or this is a hero because this person then came in and protected me, and everybody in my life always abused me. So I'm thinking like this person protected me, that now they're attracted to me.
Right.
Absolutely. And that don't be the case.
Right. It's just, and then sometimes, like I said, growing up, I seen people who were supposed to have been counseling, but when they was back there, they wasn't only counseling.
Come on, they was praying.
They was massaging them. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Hey, happy ending or something.
Absolutely.
Counseling with a happy ending. I don't know.
Yes, and a lot of us, like I said, it goes back to childhood
counseling with a
trauma.
happy ending. I don't know. It's something to that point.
It was out of order, is what it was, because that's somebody preying on somebody else's weaknesses. But the reality is, a lot of times we have to deal with our childhood traumas of mother issues, mommy and daddy issues that we carry too. Where the abuse came in, where I'm dealing with some mothers who thought they had to be extra hard on their kids because the dad wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And then that puts something in the son's head, like, You know, they find themselves dating women that are overly aggressive because their mama had to be overly aggressive.
Or they end up, when they turn 15, 16, challenging the mother.
Absolutely.
Because I'm the man now.
Absolutely.
And may get him some of that medicine.
Absolutely. All of that.
Hey, we going to head to the lines. Brandon, you on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, thank you for taking my call. I was fortunate enough to be raised by two parents that didn't have a lot of domestic issues, but I did witness sort of that verbal abuse that you had discussed. And I would say for any man in particular to recognize it's not going to go well for you if you become physical in any way with someone of the opposite sex. And a lot of times the best thing that you can do, again, as a man, is to separate yourself from the situation.
Yes.
There's a federal law. It's a VAWA, and I'm not 100% sure what the acronym stands for, but it essentially allows you, if you have a documented domestic violence experience, to break a lease without sort of any repercussions. And whether you're a woman or a man, I think folks should lean on that. In my experience, if you were maybe a little bit more vulnerable about what that person is saying to trigger you, sometimes that could create, some changes in their behavior. Mm-hmm. And then I also got some other tips that I think might be a little bit more on the fringes. But one of the things that I used to do when I was in college, I had a woman that I was really into, but she didn't seem to recognize that the disrespect was unacceptable. So not only would I tell her that, but I would also work out in front of her, and over time she began to see that, like, the realities of doing something to me physically was not not
going to work out in her favor.
Realistic. Yeah, and I think over time that also built a greater respect for the differences in our physique and whatnot. That's
how
just
did
some of my.
Quick question, King. So how did you deal mentally? Because again, if you were being abused by her and her constantly trying to approach you and you working out in front of her to give her a whole nother idea, but that's still your mental health was being affected. So how did you deal with that?
Not to be mean, but that level of verbal abuse is very frequent in our community.
Right.
Absolutely. I've rarely dealt with a woman where they didn't think doing that was sort of a rite of passage. Mm-hmm. Using the verbal aspect. So I've found that it's in your best interest to come up with more of a coping mechanism if you want to have a lasting relationship, and then to kind of move that person into a more modern way of thinking and understanding how to treat you. Right. So it's just kind of like if you're gonna date a black woman, sometimes you're gonna have to deal with some commentary that you don't like. I think it's important to come up with tools on how to get everybody back on the same page.
Or come up with rules.
Being physical.
Hey, the one thing about
that's emotional intelligence, King. Salute.
When people get in relationships, I always feel like y'all need to sit down and come up with a foundation for the relationship. A lot of times, people will just get into relationships and just wing it.
Absolutely.
Without knowing the believing of the ideas or how they want to operate. And we go to all these agencies and institutions and we look at their handbook and we fall in line with everybody handbook and their rules. Mm-hmm. But then you get in a relationship
you don't even have
guidelines to guide the relationship. Mm-hmm. And I think that if we start there before we enter into relationships, so y'all can have rules, a handbook, basically, for the relationship, then I think you can avoid a lot of things.
Absolutely.
Well, they're going to break a lot of them rules, my man.
Well, I understand that, but like I said, you go to work and you pick and choose when you want to make a move, but you know the rules.
Facts. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
so if you're a CEO of your life, why would you run your life without rules?
Absolutely.
Respect.
I'm just talking.
Salute, King.
All right. Thank you, Brandon, for tapping in. Hey, powerful.
Brandon is emotionally intelligent, and he says some pivotal things, especially in our community, as a black man and a black woman who has, again, a lot of times have been violated by either a black man or a black woman,
right.
That we come in these relationships with these woes and the traumas, and we have to make sure we have the empathy of knowing that we both are traumatized coming from this community.
Coming
and
from
world.
the block.
You understand what I'm
going to
saying?
tell you, if you black in America, it's no blueprint.
Come on.
So you can't assume.
Right.
Like a lot of people just assume, we together? They don't even know the rules. They just assuming that the person may know or not know or whatever they think. It's all assumption, but you don't have to live like that.
You don't.
You can actually, just like you signed that lease to the apartment, that lease agreement came with, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to pay the water bill.
Right.
You already got the rules before you move into this apartment or before you buy this house. But you get in a relationship and you just winging it.
Right. There's no guidelines or anything. So like you stated, there should be a foundation. There should be a plan that y'all both working towards. There should be something.
If it's long term.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Evelyn, you're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Hello, Tory.
Blessings, Evelyn.
And Miss Liz.
Salute.
A lot of the discussion you're having has to do with generational trauma, stress, post-traumatic stress, and people getting together and bringing children into situations when they're mismatched. And the whole community should educate people about domestic abuse.
Right.
And maybe you two could have a series of discussion on the radio for people to tune in and learn more, because it's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. I am fairly new in the counseling profession. I'm not licensed yet, and I'm an intern currently. And what I'm learning and finding out is that black folks are dealing with a lot of post-traumatic stress, and trauma,
untreated trauma.
That's a main concern.
Yes,
in the black community, it's a lot of it.
It is,
and the children are suffering. Everyone is suffering, and so a lot of education is needed. Yes. And that's my comment. And have a good day.
That's powerful.
Salute, Queen. That's absolutely correct.
Thank you for tapping in, Evelyn. Look, this is the time when we talk about dealing with each other, dealing with others outside. Like, because once you get it right internal,
absolutely,
the external becomes easier.
It changes drastically.
Right.
As above is below. We have to make sure that we, again, accept exactly what the Queen just stated, that we coming from trauma.
Right.
And a lot of times, the trauma is undealt with. Undealt with trauma triggers you don't even know you have.
Right.
Somebody can say something or do something or move a certain way that automatically flip you back into the space of whatever trauma that was. So we have to make sure that we're in a space that we're talking about it, one, being able to accept it, admit it, and then address it.
Right.
That's the goal.
And, and to me, I had no mother, no father presence, but I had my grandmother. But I've learned that if you're missing the mother, you're going to have some issues.
Yes.
If you're missing the dad, you're going to have some issues. That imbalance is going to take place. And I'll tell you this, when I meet people, that's why you got to make sure that everybody you talk to, y'all have a way to deal with each other, that y'all don't offend each other.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we try to apply the same strategies to everybody. and you got to make the adjustment, because everybody's an individual, and everybody's life experience is slightly different.
Absolutely.
We may have came from the same situation, the same neighborhood, but our experience and outcomes could be totally different.
And it is. And I was just speaking with my daughter and a couple of her friends, because I'm telling them, I said, in reality, those of us who were blessed to have both parents, I was blessed to have both of my parents, but a lot of us wasn't.
Right.
So in reality, even those that were blessed to have both parents, we have to come to the reality that my mother is not who I want her to be. She is who she is.
Right.
My father is not going to be what I think a father should be. He's going to be who he is. And I think a lot of times when we get in these relationships, we want people to become who we want them to be. And they have to be who they are.
And you got to go from there. Like I'll tell you this. Sometimes I recognize who people really are, and I like them.
Yes.
And they just don't vibe with me.
Absolutely.
But
that's okay.
But I can work with that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I don't want anybody to be any different than who they are.
Period.
Because that way we can make the decisions accordingly.
For real.
If we're going to make the moves, then we can make the adjustments. But if you're trying to be what I think you are, because some people be like, okay, I want to get this person. I want to act like what they want.
Yeah.
And then when they show the real them, it's unfamiliar to that person, and they start having problems because really they tried to be what that person wanted.
Yeah.
But really that wasn't who they were.
But even if they became who you wanted, that was just like, my relationship with my daughter's father. He became who I wanted him to be. And in reality, I really didn't even know that when he became who I said I want him to be, I didn't even want him no more.
Right.
Because
you didn't know what you wanted at that time.
And I didn't even know who the hell I was at the time. So a lot of times it all begins and ends with self. You have to know who you are.
Well, I'll say this. I've definitely came to the strategy that if I wanted to make sure that I was going to always be able to leave room.
Yes.
Because if you go from one relationship to the next relationship.
Yes.
I scrapped that plan because you got to
that don't work.
What they call dissolve that LLC.
There's no one fit all.
It's
one
over.
size fit all.
Because the next person may have different advantages or different ideas, and you got to leave. Even though you have your set of ways you want to be, and if you want to take this person long term, y'all got to come together and say, hey, look.
We're going to merge some ideas.
We're going to merge some ideas together.
Absolutely.
And these are things that I cannot accept. And then you got to let that out before you start climbing that ladder.
Absolutely.
And then that way, now what I call it the relationship Bible.
Okay.
The relationship Bible is what you come up with the other person. Together.
Right.
To rule and govern not only your relationship, but how y'all move forward.
Absolutely.
So y'all can always revert back to what y'all standing on.
Real talk.
And then challenge each other on that.
That part.
And that, to me, if you can't stay loyal or true to what you wrote down.
What you said you wanted.
Okay, then that going to tell me a lot about you.
Absolutely. That's powerful.
But that's some people just freestyle it.
Yeah.
And then they don't have nothing to fall back on other than what they know. Maybe they was raised in church and they going by church rules. This person may not have never been to church, but they going by street rules.
Absolutely.
So you don't have a measure. You don't have a measuring of where to cut them off.
Absolutely.
Except for if they cheat.
Right.
And some people use cheating as the measure.
And cheating is different levels to that.
Right.
And
it's
like
definitely
I said,
different levels.
It's different levels.
That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
What are some of the things that we need to really focus on to get our fair share of these opportunities, i.e. access to capital?
It's very important to always think about building a strong business plan, understanding the financial parameters around what you're trying to accomplish, building great networks and great relationships so you can have partnerships and building out your dream. And then finding a good financial partner like Old National to help really orchestrate orchestrate your vision of the organization. And then, as you know, DT, you wouldn't be where you're at because you're phenomenal, doing great work. And then you have to really have to go to work. If you have that dream, you have that vision, the business plan, the financial piece, then you have to really work at it and keep building.
Learn more about the Old National Bank Small Business Empowerment Loan by visiting oldnational.com/small business or contact a small business banker at Old National Bank.
Every accomplishment starts somewhere. For University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee student Nick Birschbach, it was connections to internships that led to a job at GE Healthcare. For master's student Brendan Neihart, it started with a meet and greet at UWM School of Freshwater Sciences. Now, he's a field engineer at WaterTech of America. And for Yasmin Cruz, studying abroad led to a job teaching English in Spain. The path to success goes many places. It starts at UWM.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Sybaris Pool Suites. Romantic, luxurious, affordable. A place where romance touches paradise and the memories of a lifetime are made. Sybaris offers a variety of room styles, including the exquisite Chalet Suite, which spans 3 levels and features your own private swimming pool with cascading waterfall, soothing whirlpool tub, a cozy fireplace, and much more to make your stay unforgettable. They are located in Mequon, just north of Milwaukee. Take a virtual tour at Sybaris.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and guess what? Cousin Subs is spicing up things this fall with a new sub and delicious shake. The Chipotle cheesesteak sub with either grilled to order chicken or steak features pepper jack cheese, sauteed green peppers and onions, jalapeno, and Chipotle ranch dressing. And that's not all. Pair your Chipotle cheesesteak with the new pumpkin pie shake and let your taste buds fall in love. Order in-store or online on the mobile app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Hey, look, Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation.
Absolutely.
Talking about these headlines about domestic abuse in particularly black women.
Absolutely.
Now, all women are victims of domestic abuse.
The black women are.
But it seems like the black women are extremely being affected.
Absolutely. 6 to 7
in the state
times
of Wisconsin.
More. Absolutely.
So when we talk about this, we got to make sure that we understand that there's got to be a call to action.
Yeah.
And we got to start changing the way we approach not only, in relationship, but just domestic, meaning close family members and friends.
Work, co-workers, just how we carry ourselves in totality and making sure that we are dealing with the facts. Because a lot of us suffer in silence, you know. Again, when the statistics come out about how many black men, because they're suffering in silence as well, due to the abuse, for whatever reason.
And like the brother said, if you're dealing with a black woman, you may have to prepare for some tongue lash.
Absolutely.
It's a part. And when I was coming up, let me tell you something. They may not can fight back. Mm-hmm. But they show that tongue, that mouth.
Oh yes,
it's gonna hit you it's gonna hit you in the brain. I'm gonna try to say something to cut you. They used to talk about how I'm gonna cut you when I talk to you. Mm-hmm. Don't you look, boy? I'll cut you now with my words.
The power of the tongue is it can give life and it can take it. You can build people up or you can break them down. That when you understand how powerful the words that come out of your mouth are, and I take it back to when you said, the teacher at North Division. told you that you wasn't gonna live to see a certain age, or
I'll be dead before I turn 18, dead or in jail before I turn 18.
And that wording in itself, to speak that over a child,
right?
A lot of times give a child no hope what tomorrow gonna look like. And I think this topic that we talking about right now is pivotal in our community, because we are a group of people, the black man, the black woman, and the child, who are or who have and continue to be brutalized on every level,
right, and targeted.
Absolutely. And so a lot of times, not to be abused, you become the abuser.
And I never liked when the music started talking down on women.
Right.
Calling them, Then women even started calling themselves that.
Absolutely.
Now the new women music is calling themselves that.
Absolutely.
But that's the same thing we did to the N-word.
Absolutely.
We took something that was negative and said we was going to take it and use it. But the same outcome started taking place.
Absolutely. And again, those are blueprints that we can see that it didn't work.
Right.
And like you stated, now it's time for us to do more positive affirmation.
Right.
The king and the queen, the god and the goddesses,
right,
of understanding our power. In the same heartbeat that we use words that broke us down, we can also flip that and use words to build us up and have that compassion and that empathy and the sympathy, understanding the grounds in which, because we have to fight the world every day.
Facts.
So there's no reason why we should be at home fighting each other. And the reality of what's going on, racism is a group idea. Mm-hmm. And a lot of time we choose to lose because we individualize everything. And in this race of racism, if the group wasn't all on the same page, it wouldn't exist.
I agree. But there's an advantage to some of these group ideas. That's why they do them in groups.
Absolutely.
And I think that when we started to listen to the derogatory language that was put on our women through the music.
Yes.
And I think that we adopted some of these strategies, even now with Glorilla and the artists that was out during the campaign. If you listen to some of the aggressive nature, that came through the male music, the male hip gangster rap music ideas.
Absolutely.
Now you're hearing the female version of that.
The flip side.
The flip side.
There's always two sides to a coin.
So what I'm saying is I think that this is the social engineering that we're up against to make me look at you like you're a bad B, and they say that with pride, but that means you're a no good female dog.
Facts.
That's exactly what that meaning is.
Yeah.
So when you call somebody that you're referring to them as an animal, not as a human,
and now you mad that they acting like
and they acting like that.
So when a person say I'm on demon time and you think you're not casting a spell for low vibrational demon things to come into your life. The power of your tongue, it breathes life and it breathes death.
Right.
So when you understand that, and like you stated, it was the men that came out with the rap thing first, and now you got the females talking about,
just the woman saying it.
That again, calling themselves, empowering themselves, and in reality, you're really destroying. So now we have a balance of the destruction. Now we need a balance of the healing.
Right.
The rebuilding.
And the thing is, when I talk about having that foundational concepts in the home, foundational concepts in the relationship, because these are the measuring sticks that you got to say, okay, we all agree that this is how we was going to do this.
Right.
Now you can point out what somebody agreed to and try to hold them accountable to their ideas, because everybody that you encounter, every time you're in the house and people on these social medias, ain't no telling what they picking up and adding to themselves.
Absolutely not.
But when they all go to work, when they all go to school, when they all go to the hospital, they go by the hospital. It don't matter who they is. They gonna all sit there and wait for the doctor to come, no matter what they believe, because there are rules of engagement.
And no matter how you don't like your boss, you bite your tongue. But when you go home, like you fake it to make it out in these streets. You don't like certain people, but you bite your tongue. But when you go home, all of that viciousness, you do that vomit on the people that you love
That's
the most.
Supposed to be there for you, your support team.
Come on.
Why you verbally abusing or coming at the people that's supposed to hold you up?
That part.
How they gonna hold you up and you just slapped
and you tearing them down?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Like
real
talk.
That's actually working in reverse.
But we were trained in reverse. And so now that we understand that what was up was really down and what was down was really up, we turning it right side up right now because we got to have a real life conversations. When you talk about it, then you can break the cycle. When you admit it, when you can accept it, then you can address it and then you can heal it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's our goal. We have to heal.
Right. And that's why you got to start with you.
Yes.
And when I started realizing, okay, I was a part of the problem because I started making music according to what I was hearing.
Absolutely.
But then I realized I was like, I'm a part of the problem. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do this no more. And it's a hard stance because they don't pay for that.
For real.
Like the money ain't going to
you not getting the money.
Conscious ideas.
The money ain't going to people that's out here really helping
That's
people.
What I'm saying. So the money is going to everything that's low vibration.
That's derogatory.
If you on a high vibration, you on your own.
Absolutely.
And hopefully the high vibration become the majority.
It do.
So now they can start saying, okay, well, we got to give in because the low vibrational ideas ain't working. We all got to change the mind frame for them to say, okay, we're not getting them like that no more.
Right.
Now we got to change up.
But that's because when you internalize things and when you take it inward, the value of what it is that you getting, you don't. Us helping people every day and leaving our families every day, we don't get the physical part, the money part. You know, the value that we get.
I keep telling people
is the appreciation, is the love and the respect and the honor that we're able to sleep at night because we're helping other families. And it's
I don't know about sleeping at night.
It's bigger than I'm talking about when you go to sleep. You're getting rest. That's
when you take a nap. I wouldn't call it no real effective sleep like that.
It's rest because you're not. You understanding what it is that you do every day and why you make the sacrifices. But the world has taught us that it's the monetarily gains that make you the man or the woman.
Somebody jumped in the chat earlier and said that somebody called into some station and said that I was paying politicians to come into the show. I said, but see, this is the lies. See, we don't get paid.
Period.
Zero.
No dollars. Never got paid.
I keep telling my response to a lot of that is if you can find somebody that I'll pay.
That paid me?
Anything.
Right.
Either way.
Call in.
This all charity
Absolutely.
work.
Everything we've ever
if you
done.
can find anything, come give me. I'm going to give you the money.
Facts.
I'm going to give.
Matter of fact, the real people that was getting paid,
facts.
that probably was a person that got paid.
Yeah, but regardless of who they were, it ain't zero. What I'm saying is ain't no money in really helping folks. I ain't got one penny in 15 years. Ain't no money exchange. Nothing. It's nothing to exchange.
There's nothing. No instant gratification.
Only results.
Come on.
And it's no money in the cure.
At all.
That's all I'm going to let y'all know right there.
And they give you no respect.
I'm telling you, if I'd have showed you the money. And if I'd have got it, I'd have showed it. Because it ain't, I got some cash.
That part.
Because all it does is go to help people. So I had to do a lot of this out of my own. You know, so what I'm telling people is when you're really making changes, you're upsetting the established order that benefits off the disorder.
Absolutely. And
so if you can grab that concept,
they're not
you'll be all right.
For the cure.
No.
Because
it ain't no money in
it. Absolutely. They want to keep you on this wheel to nowhere. But the reality of what the conversation that we're having about healing and rebuilding the black man, the woman, and the child, we have to make sure that we understand that it's internal. And a lot of the things that we were trained and programmed to do was at the destruction of the black man, the woman, and the child.
Because once we're off balance, the divide and conquer, they can come in and
devour us. Absolutely.
Hey, look, when we come back, we got a call on the lines. We got some chat. We got some talk to text. We're going to try to get to it all when we get back, Truth Nation. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services, to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Becker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit vinbeckerrecovery.com. That's vinbeckerrecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Fathers, grandfathers, future fathers, and father figures, bring your families and join Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit Saturday, November 16th at Milwaukee Academy of Science from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't miss this one-stop shop resource fair connecting Milwaukee families with job opportunities, child support help, health education and screenings, financial empowerment, legal assistance, and fatherly inspiration. The featured speaker is Pastor Kenneth Locke from Evolve Church. Bring your teens and learn about internships, jobs, and local mentoring opportunities. Register to be eligible to win gift cards, so don't wait. Gifts and prizes will also be available for families during the event. Pre-register today by visiting milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to join us as a participant and exhibitor, or to support the Fatherhood Summit as a volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. See you Saturday, November 16th at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit, sponsored by the City of Milwaukee, Brewers Community Foundation, and Ascension, Wisconsin.
The Greater Milwaukee Urban League is celebrating 105 years of legacy and impact. The 105th year milestone community engagement campaign is a mission-driven effort to support employment, education, advocacy, and entrepreneurship initiatives. Together, they can continue their impact and legacy. Join them in raising $1.5 million. Text 105 to 41444 to make a secure online donation today. Visit TMU.org for more information.
Tired of having to decline food at a potluck where you don't know where the food came from?
Don't you let your cats on your kitchen counters?
Host your next holiday with Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, now booking holiday office and corporate parties, or perhaps a private chef for your intimate family holiday gathering, or add to your Thanksgiving meal. Pick up sides such as Southern-style cornbread dressing, candied yams, baked macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and more. And for desserts, peach cobbler and sweet potato pie. Connect on Facebook or Instagram, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, or call 414-216-3469.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's. Former NFL linebacker Brandon Copeland spent 10 years in the league putting his on-the-field skills to use. Now Copeland is putting some of his off-the-field talent to use to help other athletes in the pros and in college. Copeland co-founded Athletes.org. That's a nonprofit organization that offers free, on-demand support to athletes to help them navigate their finances. Copeland says services like this are especially important to college players now that name, image, and likeness rights give very young people a chance to make a lot of money.
NIL has just made athletes go pro earlier. Some of the things that have plagued myself and my peers when it comes to the nature of being a pro athlete, right? Some of yes, it's a beautiful opportunity. You have an amazing platform. You can change the world with it, but you also have a target on your back.
Copeland wants to make sure young athletes have the tools they need to make smart choices with their money. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Only I'm in a competition with is me. Taking shots, so I came out with a drink. 16th letter of the alphabet.
At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe every child deserves a chance to reach their full potential. Unfortunately, in Milwaukee, this is not always the case. Research shows the educational opportunity gap between black and white students is twice the national average. This is why Milwaukee College Prep is committed to eliminating this gap. In fact, MCP scholars tested advanced or proficient at a rate nearly 8 times higher than the other predominantly black schools in Milwaukee. Provide your student with the best educational opportunity by visiting MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com. College bound, character strong. All right, Elizabeth Brown, we got another story I got to get in. This has been floating around the internet, too. Yes. People wanted me to chime in on this one. Milwaukee man accused of throwing the baby while playing the video game.
See.
Threw the baby. Man accused of throwing the baby against the wall. Milwaukee man is charged with life-threatening child abuse after prosecutors say he threw the baby against the wall while playing video games. We got an audio on this. We got some audio on this. Let's listen.
But first, our big story tonight at 5, disturbing details of alleged child abuse. A Milwaukee man is charged, accused of throwing an 8-month-old against a wall while he was playing video games.
Fox 6's Durante Matthews joins us live. We're getting new information here, and we're sadly learning how the baby's doing, Durante.
Well, Ben, Mary, not too good. Prosecutors say 20-year-old Jalen White told detectives that he got frustrated while he was playing video games at home, saying that's when he threw the baby against the wall. Now, that baby is not expected to survive.
Wow.
He does have a fairly large contusion on the right side of his head.
First responders described the injuries.
Activity level is sluggish.
To an 8-month-old baby boy.
We're going to go to Children's.
Who they rushed to the hospital with a fainting pulse from this home on Milwaukee's northwest side last Tuesday night. Police say this man, 20-year-old Jalen White, is now charged with abusing that infant. They say it all started when White was playing video games. Prosecutors say White told detectives he got frustrated playing NBA 2K when the game got competitive. That's when detectives say White admitted to throwing the baby against the wall, saying, quote, "I heard the impact of the wall after I tossed him. It was hard. It was a loud, hard wall." Detectives say the incident happened while a female caregiver told police she was out buying marijuana. Court records show when she came back, she and White went into the bathroom to smoke. Less than an hour later, she noticed the baby's eye was swollen shut. His legs were stiff and his hands were turning different colors. She called 911 and both White and the woman were arrested after police saw the baby's condition. Prosecutors say White changed his story multiple times, initially blaming the woman.
Panicked and she bumped his head into a wall.
Before he confessed. Court records show, in addition to skull fracture, the baby also had 6 rib fractures at different stages of healing and a healing collarbone injury. He's not expected to survive.
Now tonight, White is still in the Milwaukee.
Abuse prior to, they said healing collarbone, so it was injury to the 8-month-old baby.
This is just horrible.
Absolutely disgusting.
And I'll tell you this, like I said,
ain't no excuse.
This is when you're living in a home and everybody you allow in your house, you got to make sure that you understand where they at. And there's nothing wrong to initiate, like, how you feeling today? How you doing today? Like, what do you on? Like, if you see different behaviors, because a lot of times we just remain silent.
We do.
And it got to come out somewhere. He said he was frustrated over the video game. But it had to be more than that.
Of course it's more than that.
It's way more than that. His life, the way he's living.
Snap, all of that.
All of that.
You know what I'm saying?
And it just came out on the baby.
Absolutely. And that's the word snapped, how certain things trigger certain things.
Right.
And the sad part about that is you don't know until you know. And sometimes you don't know until it's too late. And now this
communication
baby
is all. Look, I'll tell people, we got to start checking on each other more often before you become reactionary to an explosion. And I think that, these are stories to say these things can happen. This kid is, whoever this kid is that did this, his life is ruined.
Yes.
It's over. That few seconds of frustration, it cost him his freedom.
Absolutely.
And probably hers too.
And that's the thing about PTSD too. You never know. It's a landmass of bombs,
right?
That's ticking. You don't know where you stepping. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we say.
And the jail don't care when the police come.
No, they don't care.
They don't care what kind of mental health.
They understand the pressure.
They gonna throw you straight in the trash. And so it ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you when you lash out like that. And now you got years in prison to figure it out. At the end of the day. This is why we having these conversations, because the women, the children,
the elderly,
this violent idea that you could lash out, and you got to start factoring in the repercussions of your actions.
Because we get calls every day. Truth Nation, you hear them calling from jail, can't even do their time.
I got a letter. I got letters from the Wisconsin State Public Defender's Office today with somebody reaching out from jail with a situation going on.
Absolutely.
This is going on, and what we're saying is We got to regroup, rethink, and reshape our attitudes, the way we're dealing with each other, and communication and things like that, because we want to get ahead of it.
Yes.
So we could get you into counseling if you need it early, instead of you having to skip all of that and go straight to prison.
Absolutely. Because then, again, that's not guaranteed anything either. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the fact of more suffering.
And you talk about a baby, you need to go in the trash.
Absolutely. There's no excuse.
You're on the new 101.7 The Truth. Tap in.
Hey, good afternoon. What's going on, King and Queen?
Hey, blessings, brother.
Salute. I know. Listen, let me go fast because I know y'all winding down. I want to say this real quick, Tory. I'll get this in real fast. I hope, because it's funny y'all talking about domestic violence. We spoke about this some months ago at UWM. I spoke with these students. While it is true, we have to rebuild the black family. We have to uplift it. We have to go forward. It's just that I want people to understand that these statistics, be very careful with them. Be careful, because at the end of the day, this is what I found out about the stats when I challenged this professor on this. The problem with some of these statistics is this. You have 25% of women dating women within our community, according to stats, right? So now, who has the greatest amount of domestic abuse in the black community?
I think the LGBTQ.
Yeah, they do. They have the highest. They have a 69% rate of domestic violence
amongst the LGBTQ.
These numbers, absolutely. But this is what they didn't differentiate. They don't tell you whether it's a man. I challenge this professor on this. They don't tell you whether it's a man or a woman doing the abuse.
Right.
So when you have 25%, you have to be careful. And also, what they did was in this study, they took 13-year-olds and asked these girls, were they in any kind of altercations with boys, and did they shove them? And then that went into the domestic abuse file also too on us. As they didn't do it with the white community. They did it with us. So that's why we have to be very careful at who's doing what and what they're doing when they bring out these numbers saying that black women are the most abused, when in fact, if I had a moment or two, I'd destroy their numbers completely. Because I look around me, and black women ain't taking too many beats. Ain't too many black women you just going to beat up.
I'll say this. When I get calls, I've been doing it for 15 years, so I'm trying to get to the core of how we need to really understand how to operate with each other.
Absolutely.
Because regardless of what the statistics say or not, I know for sure that is happening because I get called to it in the middle of the night.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a lot of people or 3 people, we have to understand one thing. We have to adjust to us.
Yes.
And you look on Facebook, you see the divide and conquer. You see the division between relationship ideas. You see all of this. So what we have to do is understand that is a ideal out here, regardless if it's a statistic, regardless if it's prevalent, it's going on. I grew up in it.
Yeah.
I grew up in it. My aunties were victims of almost all of my aunties.
Aunties and uncles.
So I don't need the statistic to say it's a problem.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that how do we attack it, and how do we use the mind frame that we need to use to move forward? Because
by addressing it.
All races is a victim of violence and abuse.
Violence is touching everybody.
But when I'm talking about my community and speaking to my community, all I'm saying is if we don't have the empathy, if we don't have the love for each other and the compassion, then we have to, we're going to fall victim to some of these low vibrating concepts
every time.
And I'm trying to free us from the mentality that we were taught, the low vibration.
Absolutely.
Because there's an opposite end, which is on the high vibration.
And that's love. That's the highest frequency.
LOVE.
That part.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show.
Let's do it.
Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Are you an African American or Hispanic adult with elevated A1C and currently treating your type 2 diabetes? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016 and ask Delicia about Enrich.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All right, I guess this is it, Liz Brown. We ain't got time to do nothing.
All we need is love.
And we ran out of.
We ran out of room. Hot. It's Friday. All I'm gonna say is take a little time. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself some grace. If we treated each other like we treated everybody else, we give them grace. We show compassion. We care about everything and everybody else. Now it's time to care about self.
Hey.
Black man, woman, and child. Time to heal and rebuild.
All right. Thank you for being on the front line.
Hey, as always.
As usual, have a great weekend, Elizabeth Brown.
Hey, you too, King.
All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Queen. All right, turn up for one fall. Queen, don't always be go. Let's get it.
Hey, look. Hey, we got Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul tonight.
In the WWE.
Hey, look, I can't wait to see it. WWE in the building. DJ Brother Z gonna be with the WWE. I got my eyes on the Tyson fight. Hey, look, Truth Nation, keep your head on a swivel. Look both ways before you cross the street. Green don't always mean go. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris up next.
Don't let nobody play me. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go and put your hands up. In times is how you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if